Hey, what's up guys? David here. I want to do a quick video update for you, let you know kind of what's going on around here at the Blog Marketing Academy. Quite frankly, a few things that I screwed up on and kind of what I have going forward. Okay, so let's cue the intro and I'll see you on the other side. Hey guys, David Risley here with the Blog Marketing Academy, and I decided I wanted to do a quick video update on a few things. It's been actually a while since I've done a video, especially on my YouTube channel. I've done some videos in the training area, but I haven't done much publicly in terms of video. And I think I probably need to change that. So just to update you guys, I got a few notes here on my iPhone 6 Plus, by the way, a really cool phone. But anyway, it's just so I don't forget anything. So basically, I've been pretty damn busy, but a lot of it you guys haven't seen because quite frankly, a lot of it in the last few months hasn't been all that related to the Blog Marketing Academy. It's one of those things where I've been kind of keeping things going, but I've had things going on that just were not business related, and so I was busy, out of the office a lot. All good things. There's not really any problems or anything like that, but it's just one of those things to where, you know, one of the flexibilities of running an online business is that it gives me the freedom to do some other things outside the house, and that's what I was doing. So anyway, but back in the chair, pretty full time these days, and really wanting to move a bunch of stuff forward. Like I mentioned, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and probably what I'm going to do when I email this out to you guys is send you directly into my YouTube channel. So you might be watching this right on YouTube. If so, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. I think I'm going to make it a lot more active around here because I've been really underutilizing the YouTube channel lately, and I think I need to change that. So on the family front, you know, I'm in my home office right now. This is where I work. It gets a little interesting sometimes with my kids because they're 6 and they're 4. They make a lot of noise. My daughter's bedroom is right across the hallway from where I'm at right now. So, you know, I've been spending a lot of time being a dad and stuff like that, and, you know, getting some work done when I can get it done. You know, we're actually in a process right now where my wife, who's working as an engineer right now, might actually transition out of that in time and come and do some work for the Blog Marketing Academy. So who the hell knows? You guys might end up interacting with my wife at some point, but we're kind of looking at it as a way to for her to get the flexibility of what that comes with a schedule like that I can have, and maybe do some cool things with the kids and still be making money while we go. So that's kind of where we're shooting with that. Now let's go right on to the Blog Marketing Academy front. Some of you may have noticed that some design changes have happened to blogmarketingacademy.com, and basically what I'm doing behind the scenes is basically reassessing everything and simplifying things. There's lots of holes on the Blog Marketing Academy site where things are not being optimized right and things like that, and I'm going through there with a fine-tooth comb and basically fixing all these holes and trying to get the stats up. Things like opt-in rates. You know, the site, quite frankly, is not generating as many opt-ins as I think it should for as much traffic as it gets. So I'm working on things like that, things that, you know, I'll share the data with VIP members as we do it, but you know, it's fun stuff, working on behind the scenes, and some design changes just to simplify things. For example, you might have noticed that on the homepage, it's a lot simpler than it used to be. There's basically only 2 things to click on. It's a lot easier, right? I mean, the homepage should be simple. If I want people to do a certain thing, don't put distractions in front of them. Well, before I had all the categories and everything listed there. Well, not anymore. Anyway, but I think this is one of those things to where I almost look at it as one of the curses of doing this for as long as I've been doing it. You know, I am never going to come out and act like I know every single thing, that everything I do works. I've seen people try to copy some of the stuff that I do here on Blog Marketing Academy, thinking that I've got some magic behind the scenes knowledge, and not always. Sometimes I quite literally will throw shit up against the wall and see if it sticks, and I'll look at the stats and be like, yeah, that didn't really work. You know, it's all about testing, and so sometimes you'll see me do things and they don't always work, but you know, one of those things about doing this as long as I have is that a lot of crap can build up. The blog marketing, I've been personally in this business now, I think I just touched my mic, for 16 years now. The Blog Marketing Academy, under different names, has basically been around for about 6 years now. I'm kind of a long-term dude, and the problem is when you've been doing it as long as I have, things pile up. I've got some follow-up sequences that, quite frankly, I've lost track of. Just things that need to go in there, and long story short, I'm reassessing all that stuff. I want to simplify this thing. You might actually see me get rid of some of my products here in the Blog Marketing Academy and combine them into one or two. I'm almost thinking that maybe I've got too many offers on the Blog Marketing Academy. So I don't know. I'm just kind of reassessing things, and I want to simplify things and make the business a lot simpler to run for me, but also simpler for you guys to figure out what the heck I'm doing. I've gotten a little bit of feedback lately from a few people that it seems like they don't really know what I'm up to these days, and that's feedback that I take seriously. So I'm kind of, I'm working on that. In fact, I think I'm going to be having a Skype call with one of my subscribers soon from New Zealand, who's got some cool feedback on that regard. All right, so a few other changes I want to make mention of on this video. The podcast, I'm going to bring it back. I have been very irregular about the podcast, even though in the past I said I wouldn't be that irregular. I did it. I just stopped doing it. And I want to bring it back. Now, one of the things that I'm working on right now is exactly how to bring it back in terms of exactly what I'm going to do. All the episodes that I was doing in the past was just me talking. And quite frankly, I get a little bored doing it, and you guys might get a little bored listening to it. So one of the things I would really be interested in is, what would you like in the podcast that you think would be valuable, that you would actually listen to? What would you like? Would you like me to bring on guests? Would you like me to do interviews like a lot of people do? Would you like me to do case studies? Would you like me to do a shorter form podcast where I basically take apart a specific tactic so that each episode is something that you can immediately go and use? That's one of the ideas that I've had. So it would not be a half-hour long podcast. It might be 5 minutes, but it would be very applicable and very tactical. So that's one idea, but I would really love to know what you guys might want. But I see people out there searching for my podcast, and there's not much there, and I feel bad about that, so I got to bring that thing back. Videos like this one, but other ones too. I'm going to start doing more videos. I had the video blog at one point, and kind of like the podcast, I let it slide. And this is one of those things that if I'm reassessing my last few years, probably one of the biggest things that I admit has been a problem is that I will do something and it is successful, and then for some stupid reason I'll stop doing it. And so that's probably one of my biggest things personally, is that I've got a list of successful things that I've done in the past that for one reason or another I stopped doing. And so one of the things in this reassessing of everything that I'm doing here is to bring back those successful things. And one of them was the video blog, one of them was the podcast. Anyway, I could go on about that. And then lastly is simplifying my training. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I could very easily go down this road at the Blog Marketing Academy of having tons of products and basically turning into a Udemy.com style thing where there's just tons of things that one could buy. And I honestly don't know if that is the right move or was the right move for me to do. In the past, I've had fewer products, but they were larger. For example, the Blog Masters Club. And some of you guys may have done the Blog Masters Club, and it was a larger course. But within the last year, I concentrated on the VIP membership, which I'm still going to keep around, but I took out the courses and I made them available separately. And I'm thinking it may have made things too complicated. So one of the things I'm really aiming to do is simplify the training to make sure that when when you do a course, you know exactly where it fits into everything, that there has a very specific endpoint, that you know that you accomplished something, and you know, it really hone down the process that I use to teach it. And it could also mean that in the process, I end up getting rid of some of the courses and reorganizing them so that there's less things out there in the open. But I'd love to get your feedback on that, by the way, okay? All that coming up to the very end. I think I've been rambling for a little bit of time here. I'm going to be posting a survey, and I would highly appreciate it if you would take a moment and answer that bad boy for me. I just want to find out basically what you guys want, what you guys need. I'm not talking about just pay. Just doesn't matter if there's money involved or not. Just what are you guys looking for? In the broad landscape of online marketing and blogging, what is it that you feel like you're missing that would be really helpful to you? So take the survey for me. I've got a few questions on there. I would highly appreciate it if you would take the time to answer them. Some of them are going to be open response, just like text area things, because I don't want to assume your answers and have you pick them. I'd actually would like to hear your input in your own words, okay? So that's the way the survey is going to work. I'd be really appreciative if you would go and fill that thing out for me. And I'll come back and let you guys know what the results are with another video update, okay? All right, this video has been absolutely long enough. David needs to shut the hell up now, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.